Hi, welcome to the MyFestus.com conversation show, an encouraging, entertaining, and educational podcast for those who live, work, and play in the Festus, Missouri, and Jefferson County area, and for those who value communication, connection, and community wherever you live. Hi, I'm Sara, your host, a Wisconsin girl who is learning all about living in Missouri. Join me as I share fun conversations with local people and share my own reflections on navigating so many transitions. Thank you for making listening an itty-bitty habit to create a big impact in your life. Enjoy. As a transplant to the Festus, Missouri area, I often see people online, on social media, in the newspaper, shout out to the leader. I see and hear about certain local leaders who impress me because multiple people talk about them in a positive light. And that was one of the reasons I was so interested and curious to sit down with people and learn about them, because if a lot of people are talking about them in a good way, I kind of want to be a part of that circle. I want to get to know people. And one of those particular people, a leader who is serving this whole Jefferson County and who I also believe is serving our entire world with her efforts and the way she shows up in this world, is Carmelita Davidson. I was very fortunate when my friend Lindsay invited me to get to know Carmelita a little bit more. To give you a little background, just an itty-bitty scoop about who this woman is. She was born and raised in the Philippines as part of a very wealthy family. In fact, they had a maid, they had a house person, they had a nanny who helped her family take care of her and her siblings. She moved to the United States right after high school, and she wanted to be in education and be a second grade teacher. And English was not her first language, and she learned so much about the culture in America. She became a top manager at a corporation when she decided that maybe being a second grade teacher wasn't for her. She led dozens of people. She did end up in the Jefferson County, Hillsborough area about 30 years ago. She has infused her passion and her fun, enthusiastic energy into our world. She has been part of the farmers market locally around here for 17 years. She's also been active in the Fletcher House in Hillsborough. She's been part of Crestwood Farms, which she considers her sanctuary. And she also has been an active, pivotal pillar in the Ozark Food Pantry, where currently, right now in 2024, 2025 era, there are a couple hundred people, so about 200 people each and every weekend who come to the Ozark Food Pantry to get food that they need for themselves and for their families. And there is a lot that goes into organizing and coordinating. She coordinates and works with the volunteers, the drivers, to help them to know where they've got to go. She helps to ensure that the food is sorted and organized so that everything is fresh, is ready to go. And then each week, all the food goes out on Saturday and it's gone. The shelves are empty, and then they work to refill them on Monday and throughout the week so that they are ready again to show up to be able to serve all of these people, 200 people each and every weekend. And that number likely is growing. And so when a woman who shows up with such enthusiasm and optimism and passion each and every day, despite seeing some of the hardships and some of the struggles that people have. I was so curious. I wanted to know everything. How does this woman manage her time, her energy? How does this woman create what seems like, there's 85 hours in her 24-hour day? How is it that she can show up with grace and gratitude to inspire by just being who she is? And what I captured and gained from our conversation was what I am coining and calling the Davidson Daily Dozen. These are 12 things, 12 concepts, 12 ways of living that I took out of our conversation. She did not specifically list out and identify, I do this and I do that, I do this and I do that. She did not have a list. We just had a genuine, real, authentic conversation, and these are the nuggets of wisdom, the golden chunks of knowledge that she was able to provide to me, and what I wanted to share with you of how this woman lives her life. Because if there is anything that any of us can gain from a leader who is doing wonderful things in this world, and if there's a way that we can somehow infuse that type of energy or that concept or that mantra or that way of living into our lives, and if we can improve just an itty-bitty bit or have a perspective shift, that's pretty magical. So here goes. Here are Carmelita Davidson's Daily Dozen. Number 1, God or the universe, whatever you want to say, handles and protects us all. Number 2, the words that we speak internally and externally are so powerful. Number 3, when we are so full of appreciation and gratitude for ourselves and others and this world, there is no space for, number 4, judgment. Number 4 is there is no judgment for others, for wherever they're at on their journey. There is only respect for where they're at in their journey. Number 5, there is no need to be negative or complain about this world, about others, or about ourselves. There's no time for that. Number 6, anyone can learn if they put their mind to it. Number 7, people need structure. We all need structure, some sort of way we can follow something or follow through. Number 8, walk the walk. If you are going to talk the talk, walk the walk, and live in integrity. Number 9, small steps add up. The itty-bitty things we do each day and every day, the itty-bitty behaviors and the itty-bitty thoughts that we have add up. Number 10, spread kindness. It's free, it's liberating, and we can all spread kindness. Number 11, we are each given a certain amount of talents or unique gifts. We are given gifts from God. All of us have unique gifts. We need to be aware of what those are and own them, because number 12 of Davidson's Daily Dozen is that it is our job to unleash our gifts, to unleash our talents, and to be able to show up and serve given the God-given gifts that we have, and to be able to allow our world to see how we can serve in any capacity. So this is a non-paid endorsement inviting you to have some sort of reflection of these Davidson Daily Dozen lists and see if there are ways that you can incorporate any of these concepts into your life so that you might be able to show up in a way that feels good to you. I am absolutely thrilled and honored that I was able to get to know Carmelita Davidson on a more personal level. Because it's like with any conversation we have in this world, when we can really get to know people, whether they are celebrities, local leaders, our neighbors, strangers, when we can really be curious about who people are and how they show up and maybe a little reason why, when we can allow them to share and when we can connect with them, that always supports humanity, that supports ourselves, that supports that person. Conversations and this kind of communication is a really powerful thing. I invite you to have conversations. I invite you to get to know yourself on a little deeper level. And I also invite you to learn more about some of the ways that you might be able to show up or at least have compassion for nonprofit organizations, perhaps with the Ozark Food Pantry. Volunteers are always needed. Donations are always needed. Monetary funds are always needed. And you are needed. You are needed in this world, again, with your God-given gifts to have your talents be unleashed. Wishing you a day to be able to know how worthy and powerful you are. Thank you for taking a moment out to allow listening to be an itty-bitty habit in your life that can create a big impact. Make it a great day. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen to this myfestus.com conversation. I hope that you have found some itty-bitty inspiring takeaways to make a big impact in your life. To create an even bigger impact in your life, check out my website, myfestus.com, to explore all the positive people and places you can experience around here, as well as learn about encouraging ways to navigate your own life transitions, no matter where you live. I also send out fun, encouraging emails so you can learn about all the new things and score a must-have deal of the week to save you some money as you support our local businesses. Just click on the subscribe button on the myfestus.com website to sign up. Thank you for making listening an itty-bitty habit to create a big impact in your life.